Guys, so we're at like almost 21 weeks, I think. So uh almost 5 months. It's been 4.5, something like that. Um I'm feeling pretty good. I don't think about it much except for these stupid rubber bands. So I'll update this part first today. So you can see the changes in the rubber bands. This one's the same, but this one is right in front of my mouth, which is super cool and terrible because I can't eat. So I can't to eat, I have to take it off and then I forget to put it back in. So pretty much during the day, I have coffee and maybe yogurt at like 4 or 5 p.m. I mean, I could eat and then remember to put it back in and brush my teeth and stuff, but that's just not gonna happen, on a normal schedule, like whatever. So hopefully this goes away soon. My orthodontist said that maybe 6 more months of braces. So I finally asked and he said that, and I was like, okay, well, there's no rush. And he was like, oh, I love you. There's no rush. I was like, yeah, I don't care. But so maybe like 6 more months of braces. So I went to my surgeon as well, and he took an x-ray, and he said these bones were healing really well. They were like fusing together really well. But then the chin is, he feels like the gap there, like you can still see in the x-ray. So that's going to take a little bit more time to heal. And actually out of everything, okay, so the only pain or numbness or anything still is inside where my brackets are touching, and I have that scarring on the inside. And then also with numbness, the top of my bottom gums is still numb. It never bothers me. And then this part right here feels like it has maybe like 10% of Novocaine, which is also doesn't bother me. But the one thing that I do notice, like on a regular basis, basically when I go to bed, is I'll pull up the blanket so it's like under my chin, and if I go like this, like even if I do it very, very lightly, I don't just feel it here. It feels like there's some sort of electric sparks or hairs that are touching my lip right here. So it's just like I'll pull up the blanket and I'll be like, oh, and I'll go, oh, why is there a hair here? And I keep trying to like take a hair off. And I'm like, oh, no, it's my stupid chin. So I always like look at it and try to take hairs off, but there's no hairs. But that's like the main, problem or whatever. As for swelling, I'm guessing there's no swelling, but I feel like there is. Like when I touch it, it still feels a little bit different. I don't know if it's just like that forever, but I've seen posts on like blogs and stuff where they say, oh, even at 3 months I thought there was no more swelling, but at 6 months you could tell there was, at 3 months there was swelling, and then at a year later you could tell there was swelling at 6 months. So yeah, so maybe there's still swelling, but also I feel like in terms of the way things look, I think you need to reserve judgment until like at least after your braces come off, right? Because my smile and my lips are gonna look different once the braces come off. Hopefully it's not gonna be worse with those disgusting like retainers. But yeah, so it'll look different. But right now things are fine. And I don't really have pain or anything like that. Like my jaw doesn't really get tired. I eat almost whatever I want. Well, I eat whatever I want, but I don't eat like hard nuts. I don't eat I'll eat like a chip when I look at it. If it's really light and thin, I'll eat that. But if it looks like hard, if I touch it and it's like crunchy, then I don't really eat that. Like carrots and stuff, I don't really eat that. Apples, things like that. I just feel like it's really for my brackets. That's why I don't eat it. It's weird, It's like too hard and it's gonna get all up in there. Okay. So last time I left off on the second day, so the day after the surgery. So my surgeon came in at around, I want to say like 7 a.m., something like that. And he really wanted me to be able to go home that day, but I was still, the morphine drip was still in. So he said, if you can, try not to have any more morphine, and then hopefully by like 3 or so, we can go ahead and get you checked out. So, so I stopped the morphine drip. Like I didn't, like we stopped it and then I didn't click anymore. And then I was just on hydrocodone, but I hate hydrocodone. So it made me like really loopy. And then I think like at 11, I finally got out of bed and took a walk. I had to get out of bed before that to go to the restroom. And then when I would get out of bed, it would take me so long to like sit up, stand up, walk 5 feet to the restroom, and then come back to bed. And it would take like all my energy. So the walk that I took at 11, I think I walked out the door, down the hall a little bit, maybe 25 feet, something like that, or 50 feet at most. It took like 15 minutes. It took so long. I was so slow. Like each step was like slow motion. Totally looked like a hospital patient, who was totally out of it. So luckily by around 2 or 3, I was feeling good enough. So I think around 3:30, I was checked out. And we went directly to my surgeon's office, which was 2 buildings down from the hospital. He took an x-ray and he said things were looking fine. So then I came home and and then I was home. So, okay. So before the surgery, I had told my husband like, oh, you're really going to have to help me after the surgery. And my husband is very loving. He loves me very much, but he was always like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Like you'll be able to walk around. You'll be fine. And I was like, no, you don't understand. Like, I think during that first like week or whatever, like you're going to have to help me up the stairs and I'm going to be really tired and hungry and whatever. I won't be able to do things for myself. And he's like, oh, whatever. But then he saw me at the hospital in pain. And then, he saw what I look like. And then he saw me like coming out of the hospital and stuff. And then by the time he came home, he was like, oh, like he felt so bad for me. And then like, he made this list. It was so cute. So he was like doing something in secret, and then he'd come back and he's like, okay, look what I made. And then it was like this list of all my different medicines. So he would list the different medicines on top. He listed the date and the time that I should be taking that medicine. So like I don't remember what I had to take, but there were like 5 or 6 different things, and they all had like a different schedule, right? Because like some you take twice a day, some you take 4 times a day, some is like as needed. So he made this list, and then he would like every time it was that time to take the medicine, he would check off like that medicine, and it was just so cute. So it was actually really helpful for him, and it was helpful for me. So I came home on Thursday, and then he was home on Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday, and then he went back to work on Monday. So on Monday, like I was feeling much better. I could actually, walk around and kind of feed myself and stuff like that. But that checklist really helped me. So you need some sort of schedule for your medicine. Unless somebody's giving it to you, you need a schedule. So that was super cute. Yeah, so I would say, okay, so I came home. There was definitely pain. I slept sitting up for over a month, just because of the swelling and the pain. But I covered a lot of that in like my previous blog and video entries. But basically, like I think I healed pretty quickly. It took about a week until I could like walk around for maybe 20 minutes with no break. We would like take a walk outside. We have like a lake nearby. The first time I went, I was super slow. Like my dad would walk me, and then he actually had to like hold me up as I walked. I would like kind of like, my eyes would close and I would kind of like be sleepy as we're walking. But then by the next week, I could totally make it pretty much the whole way without stopping and sitting like on a bench or anything. At 3 weeks, I was still pretty tired. Like we'd go out to even like a grocery store. So like my husband would drive me there. We'd walk around for 15 minutes. He'd drive me home. I didn't have to put any groceries away, and I would sit down and be like, I'm so exhausted. Like I was just so tired. Like I wasn't even sleepy. I was just tired. But then somehow like at 1 month, I felt so much better. Like I could actually go out and run errands on my own and stay out for like 6 hours, and like do things. Yeah. And then what else? Mm, mm. in terms of like healing here. So at 3 days, like between 2 and 3 days, I was super puffed up. And then all of a sudden at like 5 days, it looked pretty good. Like it started to come down a lot at 1 week. Other than the bruising, I had like a ton of bruising all the way down. Like the blood drained on the inside, I guess. So it was just like crazy purple for a few weeks. But other than that, at like 1 week, I could go out and I looked like, okay, other than the crazy bruising, I looked like a normal person, you know? Like it was swollen for sure, but people would just think, oh, she has like a, you know, a chubby neck or whatever. Like, I don't know if they would even think that. I didn't look like me, but other people don't know that. So, so even at 1 week, it was good. 2 weeks, it was good. 3 weeks, it was pretty good. By month 1, I think most people would think that, oh, wow, you know, the swelling's pretty much gone. And then it was very slow up to like 3 months. And then now I can't tell what's happening. I feel like, you know, at 5 months, the swelling should be gone by now, but I just feel like there's a little something there, you know? So I'm okay with it. It's fine. We'll see what happens like later. And then, yeah, that's it. So things are good. I'm busy. I'm working out more now, and I'm like a normal person. Um, I'll give you another update soon. Let me know if you have any questions.